Okay, full disclosure, I am a huge Mark Maron fan. I've been listening to his podcast, WTF, for about, I don't know, 5.5 years, ever since my twin daughters were born. I love his honesty, his humor, his, uh, his lack of tolerance for BS, his strong BS radar detector. I like his personal confession. I like the interviews he does with the people that he talks to. And, some of my best friends tell me that I remind them of him. Maybe we are kindred spirits. I don't know. I don't want to be presumptuous. But I got some bad news for you. My relationship with Mark Maron is in a state of crisis. What happened was a few nights ago, I had this really bad dream about Mark Maron. He owned his very own frozen yogurt shop. And I went inside the frozen yogurt shop. It was very popular with lots of people. And I saw the popular flavor that everyone was getting. It seemed to be rippled with these zebra stripes of purple and chocolate. And I said, I want that one. So ordered my frozen yogurt from Mark Maron in this dream. And he gives me the wrong flavor. And to make it worse, he gives me this different flavor of my order, and the frozen yogurt's half melted. And I very politely, because I am a polite guy, I politely tell him, you know what, man? This isn't the right flavor, and it's half melted. And he was rude to me. He was rude to me in the dream. And I woke up, and I still felt badly. You know how sometimes you wake up from a dream, and that feeling in the dream just lingers with you. There's this like residual dream hangover. And part of me was trying to say, come on, man. Mark Maron didn't do shit to you. It was a dream. Give him a break. But there's another part of me that says, no, 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 no. You are a very perspicacious dreamer. Your dreams have very keen, penetrating insight. You need to get an apology from Mark Maron. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to listen to his podcast anymore. So, at the breakfast table, I tell my wife about this, and she rolls her eyes. And she goes, oh no, oh no. And by the way, my wife rolls her eyes at me about 7 times a day, so I'm used to that. But I don't like telling her something as personal as a dream and being poo-pooed. So I go, what, man? I told you about this dream, and I'm a very perspicacious dreamer. And she says, you're really mad at him? Are you serious? I go, yeah, I'm mad at him. He needs to apologize to me. He was rude to me. She goes, you did this to me 10 years ago. You said you had a dream that I was rude to you. I don't even remember the details of it. But you were hostile to me for 3 days. It was just a dream. You know what I said to her? I said, I'm still waiting for that apology. I still remember that dream. You belittled me at a party. And she said, it was just a dream. And I go, I'm still waiting for the apology. So she rolls her eyes again. And she walks away. Does this to me like 7 times a day. Maybe that's how she copes with me. I'll admit I'm hard to live with. I can be difficult. So, I'm thinking my relationship with Mark Maron is in a state of crisis. And I need to contact him and let him know about this dream, because I am a perspicacious dreamer. Dreams may not be literally true, but symbolically they're very true. And I'm sure that I have some psychological insights that Mark Maron's going to want to know about so that he can improve upon himself. The only problem is I don't want to catch him by surprise, and tell him about this dream, because what if he freaks out? And what if he calls me crazy? Which would be horrible, because if he doesn't know me and know how smart I am, he's not going to appreciate what I'm telling him. And he's going to say I'm crazy, and then I'm just going to get more pissed off. And then I'm really not going to listen to his podcast. I need to find a way to contact him, because, we are friends. I owe it to him to give him this psychological insight so that he can improve this aspect of his behavior. So, when I mention this to my wife later, she rolls her eyes at me again. And she says, Mark Maron's not your friend. He's just some dude who has a podcast. You listen to it. You enjoy it. That's great, Jeff. but he's not your friend. And I said, I beg to differ with you. You know, he said on a podcast a few years ago that the people who listen to his podcasts are the only real friends he has. We are his real friends. I've been there by Marc Maron's side for over 5 years. I owe it to him to make this call. So I don't want you laughing at me. And I'm gonna contact him. I'm gonna let him know about this dream, about the frozen yogurt. And by the way, if and when Marc Maron opens up a frozen yogurt shop, you heard it here first. All right? And until next time, I am out.